So today we are going to study about carbon and its compounds. Now, carbon is an element whose atomic number, that is the number of electrons or the number of protons, is equal to 6, and its mass number, that is its number of neutrons, is equal to mass number is not number of neutrons, it is the number of protons plus the number of neutrons. So that is equal to 12. So carbon has 6 electrons, 6 protons, and 12 minus 6, because mass number is 12, so protons plus neutrons is 12 and protons is 6, so neutrons will be 12 minus 6, that is 6 neutrons. Now, before going right into the properties of carbon, let us learn some basic concepts about bonding. Now, bonding, there can be two types of bonds. An electrovalent bond and a covalent bond. Now let us see what these two types are. Now, in electrovalent bonds, suppose we consider a molecule of NaCl, sodium chloride. This actually exists as Na plus and Cl minus. Na has a positive charge and Cl has a negative charge. Now what actually happens while the formation of NaCl? You see, Na has atomic number 11 and its electronic configuration is 2, 8, 1. The first shell contains 2 electrons, second 8 electrons, and third 1 electron. Now, in order to achieve a stable octet, that is, the last shell should contain 8 electrons. That is called a stable octet. We need to remove this 1 electron. Now what it does is that it gives out this electron and becomes 2, 8. So now it has become stable, and since it has given out this electron, it acquires a positive charge because 1 electron is less, but the number of protons is still 11, but the number of electrons is 10. So there is one positive charge on it. Now this electron, where does it go? This electron is taken up by chlorine because chlorine has an atomic number of 17, so its electronic configuration is 287. So if it takes up 1 electron, it becomes 288 and it has a stable octet. So it takes up this electron which is released by sodium, and since it has taken up a negative charge, it becomes Cl minus. So Na is actually Na plus and Cl becomes Cl minus, and thus this forms NaCl. So in NaCl, these two atoms actually occur as charged particles, or they occur as ions. Now, so this NaCl bond, that is the bond between the positive charged ion and the negative charged ion, the bond between these two is the electrovalent bond. So this is what is the electrovalent bond. Now, suppose we consider a hydrogen atom, and as we know, hydrogen forms H2. So what happens is that there are two hydrogens which come together and form H2. Now, hydrogen has only one electron. Both have only one electron. Suppose we represent this electron by a cross. Now, hydrogen needs two electrons to complete its 2 configuration to become stable. So both need one electron and both have one electron. So instead of giving away the electron and taking of the electron by another atom, as in electrovalent compounds, what do these two atoms do? Is that they share these electrons. Now, after sharing, what happens? These two are shared between these two hydrogen. So this hydrogen also possesses these two electrons, and this hydrogen also possesses these two electrons. So these two electrons are available to this hydrogen, and these two electrons are also available to this hydrogen. So both have 2 electrons each, and so both hydrogens become happy. So this sharing of electrons leads to the formation of covalent bonds. Now we see, unlike electrovalent bonds, there are no charged particles in covalent compounds. So these, what do we say, covalent compounds do not contain charged particles, while electrovalent compound contain charged particles. This is the basic difference between covalent and electrovalent compounds.